Hello, this is Brenda Green, and I'd like to welcome you back to Living in the Go. Today I'm talking to you about that dreaded word that we hear all the time, inflation. But what I'm talking about that's a little different is how to hedge for inflation. Because you want to have a strategy, and the strategy should not be to panic. Inflation has always been with us, and it always will. It's calculated into the gross domestic product, however you want to call it, the way the governments run, not just ours, but every government. So we're going to always have inflation. But there are things that you can do, things that you can consider that will help you. If you own your home, well, that's a hedge against inflation because your mortgage payment is the same. It's not going to go up just because of inflation. So that's a consistent, that stays steady. So if you could pay your mortgage before, you can pay it now. And you'll be building investments in that home, you'll be building assets, equity. So that's a hedge against inflation. If you're able to buy more stock, the stock market is at an all-time low. It's not in a depression, certainly, but it is low. This is a great time to buy stock. Buy as much as you can. They're inexpensive, they're cheap. Because in a few years, when everything goes way, way back up, you'll make lots and lots of money. So that's the goal, and that's a way to hedge for inflation for your future. I'm going to give you an example. Back in 1978, inflation was about 7.6%, a little higher than it is now. 1979, inflation went all the way up to 11.35%. But guess what? In 79, when inflation was at 11.35%, the stock market was averaging 18%. So if you were in the stock market, no matter what the inflation was, you were still making money. Overall, if you go from 1978 to where it is right now, the average inflation rate for all those years was at 3%, whereas the average rate for the stock market was 12%. So by putting money in the stock market, you're always going to be able to hedge for inflation and always stay ahead of the curve. So that's a great way to do it. Just keep doing it, what you're doing, stay on that path, and you can't go wrong. It will be helpful for you in the end. The main thing, though, is to be patient and not panic and know that this happens over and over again. This is no new phenomenon. We've always had inflation, and we always will. So stay steady, weather through, and everything's going to be all right. I hope that helps. Thanks, and have a great day.